money, baby. 30,000 plus 30,000 my wrist. We got plus bad, that's I swear, baby, it was just kiss, that's it. How could I forget that you done for me? Baby, gonna take the charge and take on. Sorry, little mama, I can give you more. Baby, could you?
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Jackson. And he'll find his rookie tight end. It's Hayden Hurst. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first carry now for Kenneth Dixon. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now on 1st, Dixon again. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's Jackson to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Gone!
Everyone's got four down.
Jackson from the shotgun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Flush to his right. And Winston lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Evans has it left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Hey,
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A give to Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Winston drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Down the rookie from Alabama. It's Bo Scarborough. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Jameis to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they go with Dixon. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey. You got 30.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Brate, the tight end's got it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Let's convert.
Winston from the gun on third down. He finds Humphries. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Winston now to throw on 1st down. A dump underneath to Jones. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the gun, Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Jameis now on 1st down. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the interception, here's Jackson. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Kendricks able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Jackson. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Got him in. It's Brown. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. On second down, it's Dixon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Green, triple C. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Jameis on second down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Winston now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Second down, Winston. Dancing to his left. Room here to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A first down throw for Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Now a signal in the timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So we're at halftime. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first down carry by Jones. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Second down throw for Winston. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be to throw is Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Jackson on second down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Ravens on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
First down, Winston. Wide open receiver, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Crabtree with it over the middle. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jackson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
My 50, my 50. Hey.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Play action now. Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's got room. There goes Alex Collins. The 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, 92 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back. And
under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. On the return, here's Kerwin Williams. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kerwin Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Returnable for Dorsett. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Keep 15, keep 15.
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. Flexing his muscle at the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. On second down, Collins, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. They'll go option on second down, right side. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Keep playing hard, fellas. All game. Whoa! Let's get it.
The Ravens on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, hurry up.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you. Hey, let's go, let's go. Follow. Look at me. Green, triple C.
Now Jameis on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The give is to Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Easy. Ready. Blue 80. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Follow. Come on. Sunday. Ready to go. Players out.
Now Scarborough. And some room to roam now. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Bo Scarborough, his second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Evans. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. Play action. It's Jackson. Now left side here to Bryant. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And for Jackson, this may be a free play. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.